So here we're finding the stationary points of graph, or the maximum and minimum points of a graph. This graph here is a cubic because the highest power is x cubed. So I'll just change it to a black pen. So it will either look like that or like that. So there'll be two stationary points on it. Okay, so to remember to find the stationary points is where the gradient is 0, and so therefore your f dash of x equals 0. So first of all, we've got to find out f dash of x. So 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. And then we put it equal to 0. Now, this year, of course, you can use your calculator to find that, or you could factorise it. Some of you might factorise it. If you need to look at your notes from last year, or I can have a look. I can do a video for you for that as well. But if you go into polynomial solver in your calculator, quadratic, and then solving that equation, it should give you x is equal to a third and n for -1. So that we know where our x values are, where those two stationary points are. We just don't know. Whether it's a maximum or minimum. So we'll do some work with that. But first of all, we've got what the y values are. The y values come from an f of x value. So if we substitute both of those in, so if we substitute a third in first, so that's the original equation. So this is to find y. So to the power of 3 plus thirds squared minus a third, and you'll find that equals 22 over 27. Okay, if you put 1 into it, of course you make all the brackets around. I just get into the habit of putting brackets around it anyway. So minus -1, and that value therefore is 2. So our two values therefore are 1/3 and 22 over 27. You might have it as a decimal, and -1 and 2. All right, to find, there's two ways you could actually find out whether they're maximum or minimum. One of the ways is to find is to find f double dash of x. Okay, so if we differentiate f dash of x, we get 6x plus 2. And then you can substitute both of those values in. We'll just move that up a little bit. Substitute both of those values in. So we've got a third. So 5 plus 2. Okay, that's equal to 4. It doesn't matter what the value is. The fact is that it's a positive number. If it's a positive number, it's a minimum. If it's a negative number, it's maximum. So it will probably make sense -1. So we've got 2. So -1 is negative, plus 2 is -4. Because it's negative, it makes it a maximum. So our minimum is at 1/3 22 over 27, and our maximum is the minimum. And our maximum is at -1. So if we were to plot these, I'm just looking at where it's decreasing and increasing. So if we were to plot these points, so here's a third, and 22 over 27 is about there, and we know that's a minimum. Okay, at the point -1 and 2, we know that's a maximum. Okay, so where can we say that's increasing and decreasing? Well, it's decreasing between those 2 points. It's going down. So between we're looking at decreasing. It's decreasing between -1 and 1/3. We're just looking at our x values. Oops, sorry, didn't need that. Okay, so it's decreasing between those two values. Now it's increasing in two places. It's increasing before that -1, so x is less than -1, and it's also increasing after the third, so where x is greater than 1/3. Okay, hopefully that's helpful and shows you what to do.